Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 16th of January. 3 militants gunned down by security forces in India's Kashmir. Separatist leader alleges Pakistani army using Pashtun women as sex slaves. And snowfall attracts large number of tourists in North India. And now for all the details. 3 militants belonging to Hizbul Mujahideen militant group were gunned down by Indian security forces in northern Jammu and Kashmir province in an encounter on Monday. Civilians evacuated by the forces before launching the operation.
Indian security forces on Monday killed 3 militants belonging to militant group Hizbul Mujahideen in an encounter in Anantnag district of the northern border province. Acting on specific intelligence input about the presence of militants in a village in Pahalgam town, security forces cordoned off the area on Sunday. The militants fired on security personnel, triggering the encounter, which went on till late on Sunday evening and halted for the night. It resumed in the wee hours on Monday.
ये ऑपरेशन तकरीबन 10 से 11 घंटे चला है. आज सुबह ही जाकर 6 बजे ये जाकर ऑपरेशन ख़त्म हुआ. इसमें 3 हिज़्बुल मुजाहिदीन के नामी टेररिस्ट्स मारे गए हैं.
3 AK-47 rifles were recovered from the slain militants. The encounter comes a day after India's paramilitary border security force or BSF said it gunned down a militant along the line of control in Samba sector of the province.
Staying on to news from India, Vice President of India's opposition Congress Party, Rahul Gandhi, on Monday addressed party workers in poll-bound northern Uttarakhand province. Rahul Gandhi also took a jibe at Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led government for the demonetization drive and also for destroying the credibility of the Reserve Bank of India. The Congress Vice President also called on Prime Minister Modi to take the decision regarding one rank, one pension or OROP immediately with the same swiftness he announced the decision of demonetization. The Uttarakhand Assembly elections 2017 will be held on February 15th. 70 constituencies of Uttarakhand are to go to polls in the single phase. Pakistan Army for years has indiscriminately been using weapons and forces in northwestern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region and Waziristan, both dominated by Pashtuns. The people in the region are now raising their voices to counter the atrocities meted on them by the military.
People of northwestern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region are victims of torture at the hands of Pakistan Army. Pakistan military is turning the region as a hub of international terrorism. Umar Daud Khattak, a separatist Pashtun leader, has shockingly alleged that the Pakistan Army is using Pashtun women as sex slaves. He also alleged that the Pakistan Army has bulldozed several villages, looted bazaars and launched bombings.
Pakistan has kept hundreds of Pashtun girls in their Lahore prostitution center to use them as sex slaves and to raise money in this way. And when they were doing operation in Swat, in Waziristan, they took a lot of young girls. And there are proof and evidences, and people of the areas are talking about this. So, बहुत जुल्म करते हैं.
Pakhtuns, more commonly known as Pashtuns, have been demanding a free Pashtunistan. Khattak also revealed that Pakistan Army and the Inter-Service Intelligence or ISI run more than 50 terror camps.
We're doing political and diplomatic things, and we will be fighting against Pakistan, and we are working on our Pashtunistan Liberation Army. And we ask the international community to help us because Pashtunistan Liberation Army will defeat against terrorism. So terrorism is a threat to the world, so the world must support us.
Khattak also warned that the Pakistan army may soon use nuclear weapons to exterminate members of his community.
Moving on to news from Afghanistan, reiterating calls for humanitarian assistance, the Ministry of Refugees and Repatriation in war-ravaged country revealed that only 72,000 of internally displaced refugees have been resettled. With deteriorating weather, the plight of the IDPs is also worsening.
Afghanistan's Ministry of Refugees and Repatriation said on Sunday that out of 550,000 internally displaced persons or IDPs registered in the country, only 72,000 of them have been resettled in their regions. This comes amid a harsh winter with temperatures expected to drop further. Thousands of IDPs are currently housed in flimsy tents in Kabul and other regions after being forced to flee to safety due to ongoing violence.
حالات بیخی خراب است از ما مردم وجه بیخی خراب است از جنگ و جدال آمدیم دهید.
The majority of IDPs come from a number of war-hit regions such as Kunduz, Helmand, Nangarhar, Farah, Uruzgan, Faryab and Ghazni provinces. According to the ministry, the total number of IDPs in the country is estimated to be around 1.3 million.
Demonetization of 500 and 1,000 rupee Indian bank notes has hit the India-Bangladesh trade fair. The annual festival, which usually attracts large number of buyers, could not make a solid business.
The India-Bangladesh trade fair in India's eastern town of Siliguri spotted a somber look as visitors stayed away from buying. Sale of products has dropped considerably as compared to the last year, as customers didn't have extra money to spend on goods at the fair.
मेला तो अच्छा ही लगा, प्रोडक्ट भी अच्छा है।
खरीदारी किया आपने?
अभी तक नहीं किया।
क्यों?
क्योंकि अभी पैसा का थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है तो इसलिए।
The 8-day-long trade fair mainly showcases garments, electronics, food items, and world-famous Ilish fish. But business this year has been sluggish compared to the last year.
But সেই অনুযায়ী কিন্তু আমরা সেলটা পাচ্ছি না, ক্রাউড পাচ্ছি না, কেন তা জানি না। হয়তো মানুষের কাছে টাকা পয়সার কমতি আছে, কারণ এর আগের বার আমরা আসলে 3 দিনের মধ্যে আমাদের প্রোডাক্ট শেষ হয়ে গেছে। এবারটা একটু মনে কশাস, কারণ আমরা অতটা ভালো ক্রাউড পাচ্ছি না ফেয়ার।
India scrapped 500 and 1,000 rupee notes in November in an attempt to root out corruption, end terror financing and digitize the country's economy. The withdrawal of 86% of cash out of circulation has disrupted supply chains at small, medium and even larger companies and left many customers short of cash.
Muslims from across the world converged in Bangladesh on the occasion of Bishwa Ijtima, considered a demonstration of Muslim unity, solidarity, mutual love and respect, and an opportunity to reiterate their commitment to Islamic values.
Thousands of Muslims gathered at the Turag River for final prayers as part of the largest annual Muslim congregation in South Asia on Sunday. The Bishwa Ijtima, meaning World Congregation, has been held at the same site since 1966 and is organized by World Tabligh Council, which preaches the teachings of Islam and Prophet Muhammad. Participants came from as far as Middle East, India, Pakistan, the United States, Russia and Europe to take part.
আমরা এখানে এসেছি আমাদের বড় হজের পরে দ্বিতীয় বিশ্ব ইজতেমা আমাদের দেশে এটা আরম্ভ হয়েছে এবং এই ইজতেমাতে আমরা দেশবাসী সবাই আল্লাহ তাআলার কাছে আমাদের গুনাহ মাফ চাওয়ার জন্য, দেশবাসী সবার জন্য, আমার জন্য, আমার আত্মীয় স্বজন যারা আছে প্রত্যেক মুসলমানের জন্য ইবাদত বندگی করার জন্য।
The first ever congregation took place at the Kakrel Mosque in Bangladesh in 1946. Organizers said the event focuses on prayers and meditation and does not allow political discussion.
Wrapped in a blanket of snow, higher reaches of northern India are witnessing a surge in tourist footfalls. Visitors were seen enjoying the snowfall and cherishing the winter peak.
Unperturbed by sub-zero temperatures, tourists in Shimla city of India's northern Himachal Pradesh province wrapped themselves in thick layers of clothing and thronged tourist spots and markets to enjoy the snow. The weather office has predicted more snow and rain in parts of Shimla on Tuesday and Wednesday.
कल मौसम हल्का स्नो हुई थी रात को, बट रात को 10 बजे से कंटिन्यू हो रही है अभी तक और बहुत एंजॉय कर रहे हैं और खूब मस्ती कर रहे हैं. Awesome weather.
Snow in Srinagar city and Patnitop, a famous tourist spot of northern Jammu and Kashmir province, also brought cheer to tourists and residents alike.
ये इस साल जो बर्फबारी हुई है मगर ये बहुत अच्छी है. इससे अच्छा है कि बहुत पानी भी बढ़ गया है. इससे पानी भी कमी बहुत लोगों की थी. अब जो ये हो गया है इससे पानी भी बढ़ गया है और दूसरा ये चीज भी है कि इससे बहुत टूरिस्ट भी आ रहे हैं.
Kashmir is currently going through its 50-day period of harshest winter, Chillai Kalan. Meanwhile, Afghan capital Kabul city was also blanketed in snow on Sunday, sparking a second day of delight among residents. Adults and children flocked outdoors and to park, where they made the most of the welcome conditions despite the chilly conditions.
As part of a zoo animal exchange program, a newly inducted hippo pair is drawing the attention of visitors in India's western Gujarat province. Such programs are common across zoos in the country.
A hippopotamus duo in a zoo in India's western Vadodara city is attracting visitors in good numbers. The hippos were brought to Sayaji Bagh Zoo under the Animal Exchange Program of a zoo in India's central Indore city to offer the visitors something new.
हमारे पास सरप्लस बर्ड्स थे. हिपोपोटामस कुछ 4-5 साल हो गए हमारे पास नहीं थे और हम लोग सोच रहे थे कि कहीं से कुछ जू के अट्रैक्शन में थोड़ा बढ़ोतरी हो. उसके लिए हम लोग सोच रहे थे नए जानवर लाने का. लकीली इंदौर जू से हमें हिपोपोटामस की एक पेयर मिल रही थी. सामने हमें सिर्फ उन्हें बर्ड्स देने थे. उनका बर्ड सेक्शन थोड़ा सा हमसे पुअर है.
Zoos across India have animal exchange programs in place. The idea is to provide a zoo with inmates it does not have in return for those it has in surplus.
The 3-day-long Mukteshwar Dance Festival in eastern India saw spectacular performances of Odissi classical dancers. Dating back to the 10th century, the Mukteshwar temple provides the perfect backdrop for the mesmerizing performances. Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. 3 militants gunned down by security forces in India's Kashmir. Separatist leader alleges Pakistani army using Pashtun women as sex slaves. And snowfall attracts large number of tourists in North India. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.